Hey folks, this is Sean O'Kelly here. I just wanted to introduce this second short video. We're going to show some examples and case studies of projects that are representative of clients that you might get in the independent sales rep program. And basically, they just kind of represent a broad range of things that you might run into and show the capabilities that we have and solutions that we can provide to the customer. All right, folks, so here is a client website that we've done recently that was brought to us by a group that we work with called the Small Business Development Center here in West Virginia. And the SBDC has asked us to work with various clients of theirs to fulfill some of their needs. And this is one of those clients, custardstand.com. This was a complicated build taken over from an old website that also was e-commerce, and it was a complex build, had a lot of different things in it, a store location finder for finding where their product, their chili soup and their hot dog chili is at near them. There was a lot of different product variations. We have different custom post types, which are like a way of organizing different kinds of content. They got recipes, and then they've got their own company restaurants, and they've got news and stuff like that. Designed a bunch of different templates for different types of data and content. We had to integrate all kinds of different plugins to get the functionality that they needed. We had to integrate data from their old site and convert it into the new site and transfer that and work with custom shipping integration, which was interesting because there's a third party in the middle between this website and the shipping site, and so it's kind of an interesting build there. Now the cost on this website was $8,000, and here in a little bit we'll talk about the difference between this site and the competitors, but we came in significantly less than the competition on this type of build, and this represents the type of work that we can do and kind of handle any kind of a e-commerce situation. And by the way, their hot dog chili is really, really good. I've been using their hot dog chili for 12 years prior to them becoming a client. So it was pretty cool to land them as a client. This client's actually the one of the vendors for WVU. And they do events with them all the time. So it's a really good client to have, and a very good example for what we can achieve for your clients. This next example is a more simple e-commerce website, but it still had a few unique things about it that made it a little bit challenging. So that's why I say it's a standard build, sort of. So they had some unique product variations, and within that, some unique custom shipping rules that needed to be applied, and some unique functionality with the add to cart function and passing user data between where they're adding a product to cart and where they check out. And then, of course, we need to design a logo for them and integrate blog functionality and Google My Business setup and stuff like that, and basically get them in a good position for the search engines. So bsbourbonbarrels.com, and they take these old bourbon barrels and they cut them up into pieces, and they are used for grilling, and they also they take the complete bourbon barrel and they turn it into a custom cabinet, which is really, really cool. So this is an example of a small business that's out there doing something unique but that needs guidance in how to build an e-commerce site that does what they need it to do, based entirely around how they do business. And here's this is not a e-commerce site. This is a standard business site, but it is a highly custom build. And what they do is they deal with commercial real estate. And in the commercial real estate realm, you have a few different listing companies. In this case, LoopNet and Crexy, and there's some Build Out, and there's some other ones. But those companies do not allow you they don't give you an easy way to list the products on your own website. So like if you want to list all the either rental properties or lease properties or properties for sale, that are on, that are yours, you're the one representing that property, but it's listed elsewhere, and they don't have a good way of putting it on your website in a way that is search engine friendly, to where it's actually your content that the search engines are able to find, which is critical in a local market. So what we had to do for the client is we had to figure out a way of getting the data from the listing companies, and get that data into the website and create a tool that allowed them to pull that data over when they needed to pull it. And so we created a separate tool for them that allows them to scrape their LoopNet pages and grab that content and put it in a format that will match the website. So if you go to realcorpinc.com and you scroll through their website and you look at their properties, all that data that's in there has been pulled from this other listing agency. And so we ended up pricing this project at $6,000. And for the type of custom build it was, you just can't touch that really anywhere else. And it's because of our experience working with different database systems, and very complex custom programming needs, that we were able to do this at a price point for the customer that made sense for them. And they had been burnt in the past and had a lot of issues with previous developers, and they'd been trying to do this for years. And so we were able to get this done for them. We're very proud of that work and happy to have them as a long-term client. So this again shows you the type of thing that we can achieve for clients that they're having a difficult time fulfilling in the regular marketplace. And then here's an example of a pretty regular site. So, your average customer out there may not need something special, but they just need help getting it built. They need help with some consulting on it. They need help with how to get it to be designed well for the search engines. And that's what this site is an example of. So it's a business site. They sell pizza, by the way. So they sell a lot of different pizza products. It's very good. And they're a local business. And Graziano's Pizza is a chain, but each store is owned by an individual owner, franchisee. And so that's the case here with Graziano'sDunbar.com. And we developed a bunch of different custom templates for them, because they got a bunch of different custom post types. So they've got, different types of products, pizza and sandwiches and appetizers, things of that nature. Modified their logo for them, so a little custom graphic work there, and rebuilt the site to be what they wanted, and to be mobile friendly, and to make it perform well for everybody looking for their site. The cost for this was about $2,500, based on the number of pages and the work that would be required to go into it. And we're very pleased with the final result of the site. And this is an indication of what a more typical business site might be like, and what the expected pricing could be. Now our market, the West Virginia market, is at the low end of the pricing scale because of the economics of West Virginia. We're typically, kind of near the bottom in income and things of that nature. So our price points are pretty low here. But these sites that we've shown in this video here could be you priced significantly more in other markets, and so you don't have to go strictly based on this pricing, but it does show what we did in this market and how we were able to beat the competition and deliver a superior product. And I'm going to leave that here on this, and I'll move on to the next video.